Hi y'all, Tamika Caston Miller here, and I'm coming to you from my office because I actually had an issue with recording. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our intention today, and then we'll get into some chair movement. So today is really inspired by an event that happened. I was working out in my garden. I was pulling some things, just working, like I do. And I felt a huge stab in my hand, and I had been stung by a wasp. I was so frustrated because number one, it really hurt, but also because I should know better. I knew that there was a possibility for wasps to have created a nest in this bed. I just thought to myself, oh, I'm so sorry for disturbing you, and thank you for only giving me one warning because you could have given me many. But I was not working alone. I was working with some other people, and they're like, oh my goodness, wasps are so scary, and this, that, and the other. And I thought to myself, we need wasps. We need them like we need bees. If we don't have them, we don't have a lot of the foods that we love because they're pollinators. They're doing the job of going from flower to flower and ensuring that just by doing what they do naturally, we get food from that, like peaches and zucchini and squash and all sorts of things. But what I realized was, how many times have you actually had a reason to be afraid of a wasp? Maybe you've actually gotten stung by a wasp before, but most people haven't. And we're just kind of trained and taught to be afraid of wasps. And I started to think, what else are we kind of trained to be afraid of when we haven't actually had an experience that would tell us that there is something wrong? And then how do we see the world through a lens of fear? One of the things that I appreciate about the yoga practice is it's not just about movement and it's not just about meditation. It's about self-studying, asking yourself critical questions so that you can continue to grow and to think differently and find the path that resonates with you. And if we're thinking differently about the ways that we have kind of been trained to be afraid of certain things, especially in nature, how else have we been trained to think about other things? And I think about like the relationship with the body. The asana practice or the movement practice is a great tool to be able to change your relationship with your body, because so many things around us are telling us actually not to appreciate our bodies. And maybe you have like pain, or maybe you have had, a brokenness or a torn mat, or you've had a relationship with your body that's had some history, or maybe even you are not appreciative of the size of your body. Imagine how much more loving you could be with yourself. And if you're that much more loving with yourself, how much more loving and compassionate you can be with others. And this really makes a difference whenever we're stressed or anxious, and the worst version of ourselves show up. Imagine if we're constantly practicing being in a better version of ourselves by practicing love and compassion. And that is what we can do with movement. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get into some movement that, again, is slow, conscious, and exploratory, and just enjoy being in the movement for the sake of the movement itself, and explore how you feel when you're doing certain things, and be appreciative of what your body can do. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to begin by first just finding that connection between the feet and the ground, and just taking a moment to sense yourself sitting in your chair. Take a full inhale and allow an exhale. We're going to do some sun salutations or some seated suns. Take an inhale, reach your arms out and up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, bring your arms down and hinge at your hips, fold over your legs or your desk. Inhale, bring your hands to your thighs or the desk and round your spine, lifting your chin away from your chest. Exhale, fold over the desk again or your legs. Inhale, press into your feet, reach out, up, and look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach your arms out and up, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and forward fold. Press into your thighs. Inhale, round the spine forward. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching your arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, let's twist now. Look over your right thigh. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, twist over the left thigh or hip. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Bring your hands to your thighs or desk. Inhale, reach your chin away from your chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up and look up. Exhale, hands at your heart center. Now we're going to go ahead and come to stand and come to the right side of your chair or desk. Your hips are going to be facing forward. Now bring your left foot into the chair. Your left knee goes out to the left while your right hip is going to open so that both hips are pointing forward. Draw your left knee out to the left as much as possible. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Inhale, reach up on the left side. Come into a soft side bend. Reach a little higher and release up to the sky. Look at your fingertips and bring your left arm inside of your left thigh. Press into it. Reach your right arm alongside your right ear. So pressing into the left. Reaching on the right. Look to your right fingertips. Exhale, bend your right elbow, draw your right shoulder back. Look at the sky or the ceiling. Inhale, reach your right arm long again. Exhale, look towards your fingertips as you bring your right arm out to the right, and then your left arm out in front of you. Keep looking at your right thumb. Reach both arms away from one another. Inhale, look up and reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And now you're going to turn in the direction of your left leg. So both hips now face the left leg. Exhale, place your hands on your chair and send your hips back for a half split or runner's lunge. Inhale, shift forward into a lunge. Exhale, hands come to the seat, shift your hips back. Inhale, hands to your thighs, shift forward. Exhale, shift back, half split. Inhale, shift forward and act like you have an energetic ball between your hands. Reach up, look up, and come into a lunge now with arms extended overhead and a gentle back bend. Keep that ball of energy in your hands and bring it right out in front of you. Place it down and hands come to hips. Step down and walk over to the other side. Place your right foot into the chair and you're reaching your right knee out towards the right and the left hip back. Keep drawing the left hip back and the right knee open so that you have some space between each side. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Inhale, reach up on your right and come into a little side bend here on the right side. Look to your right fingertips. Follow your fingertips around, bringing your right arm in front of your right thigh. Really press into that right thigh and reach up on your left side. Left arm extends alongside your left ear. Feel for that nice opening along the left side. Now look to your left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, draw your left elbow back, shoulder back. And look toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach up again, extending your left arm alongside the left ear. And exhale, follow your left fingertips all the way around and out. Arm stretches out to the left, and your right arm stretches out to the right. So you're into this big opening from right to left sides. Bring your left arm across the body and back to switching your hips to facing the right knee. Take a full inhale and then exhale, come into a half runner stretch on this side. Inhale, shift forward into a lunge. Exhale, half split this side. Inhale, come forward, hands to knees or thigh. Exhale, runner's lunge. And inhale, find your ball of energy, lift it up, and come into that lunge on this side with a tiny back bend. Look up at your hands. Follow your imaginary ball of energy around, and then place it down and release. Come back to seated exactly as you began, and just sense how all of that movement felt in your body. We move the body in various directions, giving you an opportunity to notice how you feel today, what your body feels like, and to be in curiosity instead of judgment about what your body can do today. Thank you so much for joining me. And just remember, anytime that you come into that moment of fear and you kind of don't know why, but you know it's there, just ask yourself, is that from you or is that someone else's stuff? I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care now. Bye-bye.